How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another ASMR video. In tonight's video, I bring to you a very special and exciting ASMR collab video, and that is that tonight I am going to be making another jazz video with the one and only ASMR Jazz. That's right, in tonight's video we have two relaxing, slow and long paced games to help you fall asleep and get the tingles as we go head to head in some chess. And oh boy, I am very excited to play him, and I do want to say a huge thanks to ASMR Jazz for collaborating with me for today's video. He's such a down-to-earth and nice guy, an amazing ASMRtist and content creator. His videos are so good, and I'm sure if you're watching this you probably already know of him. Probably the biggest ASMR Jazz creator, and I will pop a link to his channel and his perspective on tonight's video in the description down below. So after you've watched this, be sure to go back, rewatch the games from his perspective, and see maybe what he was thinking at different parts of the games in tonight's video. But we really do hope you guys do enjoy tonight's video. If you do enjoy, then be sure to drop a big thumbs up on tonight's video. And if you are new to the channel, how's it going? My name's Dido. We post all sorts of ASMR content here, such as card magic, ASMR gaming, and much more. So if you enjoy what you see tonight, then why not subscribe and join the community? Anyway, without further ado, let's move into these games, and fingers crossed I can put up a good fight, because I've been practicing lately, been getting a lot better. But of course, ASMR Jazz is a very well experienced chess player, so it's going to be interesting. But without further ado, let's jump straight into these chess games. Alrighty guys, so here we go. We are going up against ASMR Jazz, Dido ASMR versus ASMR Jazz. Oh boy, here we are. I'm going to open with Queen's Pawn, Pawn to D4, Pawn to D4. And we shall see how ASMR Jazz, the man himself, responds. As you guys have probably noticed, you can see my skill rating is now over 1,000. I've been playing quite a lot recently, trying to get a little bit better, you know. I've been trying to improve, and I feel like I can put up a good fight against ASMR Jazz. I am quite nervous though, because he's a very good player, plays very strong. So, and I think my tactics are just to play solid, you know. Play good, effective moves, don't make any blunders. That's my aim, is not to blunder. But, okay. D5, that kind of stops me from playing the move I wanted to play. It's not letting me show you, but I wanted to play E4. I guess I will maybe try and trade off this knight, and then see if I can take E4. It could be not a good thing or not a bad thing, to trade off pieces against someone that is substantially higher skill rated than me. But I guess we'll find out how we get on. But I am so excited to play ASMR Jazz. I've been watching him for a long time now. Let's see, so if I take there, he takes with queen. Stops me from taking that pawn, so that's actually kind of a good move. Maybe... Okay, I think I have to trade that off, because if I try to stop or anticipate where his knight might move, I just can't defend that piece very well, so... Okay. Let's play this move. I think just e3, you know, protect this pawn with more than one piece now. Allows my bishop to jump into action, maybe play a nasty check if we get the chance to. Okay. So that should be alright. If he takes, we take. He takes, we take. Let's just play this. I don't think it's necessarily a bad move, but it's not. I think it should be okay. Yep. We'll play that. Also defends the d4 pawn just that little bit more. Get as many pieces as we can to protect our lovely, lovely pawn. Now we take here. He takes back bishop. Maybe I just play bishop to b5. You know, got this pin on the king. Got this lovely pin to stop him from moving this knight. Let's see what his next move is. So, we have decided to play 15-minute games with a 10-second increment. You know, just gives us a good chance to explain our moves. It's very relaxing and peaceful for chess and all that type of good stuff. Now, I think he's just trying to prepare to castle. I think that's really what's going on here. What to do? What to do? What to do? I think maybe I will just castle myself first. And he does choose to castle. Okay. Let's just... I think maybe I will just... Maybe I'll just play this move here. I think it kind of stops him from taking this pawn, potentially in the future. And it does give our queen a nice escape route. We have to be careful over this knight, however, because we need to make sure it's protected by our queen. We don't want, you know, his queen to leap into action, if you will, on f3. That could be not the greatest. We have both castled kingside, so that's interesting. Okay, we'll see what his next move is. I'm unsure what he's gonna do here. Maybe he'll play this bishop to d7. Not entirely too sure. Let's see. Add 15 seconds. I don't know if you guys can see that under my face cam. Add 15 seconds to the clock for ASMR chess. You know, it is unfortunate when you lose on time. And I don't think he's ever going to lose on time against me, so if it comes to it, maybe we'll add seconds to his clock, but I think if anyone's getting time added, he's probably going to add it to me. Although I've been trying my hardest not to lose on time and things like that. Okay, no, I don't want to get my bishop trapped. I feel like maybe just trading it off for this knight would be a sensible move. You know, it'll give him doubled up pawns. Yes, doubled up pawns. Although he can negate this by taking our pawns. Let's see now. It's a knights versus bishops game, isn't it? I do prefer my knights try and play this move, trying to take that pawn. I think maybe that would be good, because we threatened this pawn twice now. And we also threatened this fork on b6. I'm sure he'll try to defend that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I am a little bit out of breath, because at the time of recording this, it actually took us a wee minute to get round to doing it. We've been trying to film this. I think this is the second time we've tried to film this now, although today, before we started filming a helicopter, decided to come and search for someone that was lost in the hills near my house. So as soon as we started filming, it was flying about trying to find them, and it really made it difficult to try and get this recorded, but we're all good now. I'm wondering what he's gonna do here. I think I need to currently keep my queen on d1 until I can maybe move my knight, but there's not really many places I can move my knight just yet. I'm hoping to potentially... Okay. I think I will take back with my pawn here instead of my queen, because my queen is defending this knight, as we mentioned. I could play this move first, but then if I play this move, he'll play bishop c7, and then I can no longer take that pawn, because I'll have to protect my knight first. So that would just be a stupid move. So let's take that pawn with my pawn as well. Seems all good so far. We still have this fork that we can play on b6. He is gonna do that though. I will just straight up play b3 to stop his rook from taking on b2, 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 b2. Do you guys like it when I play other ASMRtists? This is of course not the first time we've done this on the channel. We've done several chess videos in the past, whether it be, you know, puzzles. I've done a few puzzles, and I've done long chess videos and other sorts of chess related videos. And one of my most recent ones, we took on another ASMRtist by the name of Matthew Things, and I did lose. He's a very good and strong chess player himself, and I'm just trying to get better. You know, I've been playing a lot lately, and I feel like I'm up for the task. And when ASMR Chess asked if I wanted to play him, I thought, you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try and see what we can do. And he's such a lovely guy as well. I have been watching his videos for a very long time, so I feel like I kind of have the advantage knowing how he plays. But you know, we all have to see how this pans out, don't we? I think maybe he is in the better position than me. I don't like where my knight is, so I might try to reroute it, or reroute my knight, if you will. Although there's not many places I like to put it. It's not very useful on c3 at the moment. And of course I can't move it to b6 unless I am somehow protecting that square by a particular piece. A particular piece. So we'll wait and see what his next move is. And if I do try to reroute my other knight, again, there's just not many great places for me to put it. His pawn structure has been, well, let's just say it's a good pawn structure. I'm trying to see what I can maybe take advantage of. This pawn is quite weak. It's not really defended by much. He could use the bishop, you know, put it in one of these two squares, but I don't know. just play cautious moves and nothing too aggressive. I don't want to play too aggressive and too attacking. Okay, and as I'm talking about weak pawns, I mean, not that this pawn isn't weak, but that is a good move. You know, just defends that pawn a bit more. If he does wish to advance it to, say, this square here, e5, it's protected by the queen. It's protected by the bishop, and now protected by the rook, so I would not be able to take that pawn. What could I do here? Maybe. I'm thinking maybe either doing the same thing, just sliding my rook over one, or maybe trying to somehow reroute my knight now. But there's really not that many squares. So if he moves here, if I take, here he captures. That actually could work out in our favor. Maybe I play something like this. Queen to d3. It could allow me to tuck in my rook behind. It still defends the knight, and I could take this pawn if he does eventually move this bishop, so I think I will just play that. And we'll see what his response to that move is going to be. And I could even bring this rook as well, alternatively. Alternatively, is that a good word? Alternatively. You guys can't see this, but if I get the win here, I get plus 13. And if I lose, I only lose 3 skill rating. If I win, I gain 5. I feel that's quite good for me, considering he has a very high, well, compared to me anyways, a very high skill rating. And he is an incredible chess player. This is something I wanted to mention in this video. If you guys are watching from my channel, there's the move we expected. You're watching from my channel and you've somehow not heard of ASMRtist. He is much better than I am, and his videos are so relaxing, they're so good, and I highly encourage you to go and check them out. Right, I think maybe now we will play this move, because I don't want to take here, because he can just recapture with many pieces. Although I do like the idea of playing my rook here, because if he does capture, I can take his rook on e8, and I think that's a good move, so I'm going to do that. And depending on what his response is, maybe my next move might be rook to d1 as well. And if he does decide to defend his rook there, I could take this pawn. Okay. Or he can do that. He can threaten my queen. Oh, that's very clever indeed. Because now if he takes... Well, no, because if he takes my knight, I can still capture his rook. Now, is it bad for me to capture here? Yes, because he's got that bishop on c8 currently. So, I don't want to get my queen trapped. So I am going to just move it back here, I think. Or do I move it to e2, or e3? Let's go. Let's go e3, I think. Yeah. I'm just trying to see what's best for this scenario. You know, if he does take this, I have a deadly move there. I mean, it would almost be checkmate. If he would take, I would take, he would defend, and then I'd move the rook in, and it could even possibly be checkmate. And the back rank mate is always one that catches some people out, so I don't think it's gonna catch him out though. he will take. I do need to try and maybe move this knight though, obviously. That's not a good move because the only move after is that really, and it would get taken. This here is good because it protects that pawn if need be, but then again there's nowhere I can really move it after. So my knights are being quite useless in this game. But we'll see how it takes us. We shall see. Another video I've done in the past on chess, if you are looking for more chess content, is actually I played my girlfriend in chess in real life, and it was a really, really fun game. It's binaural. I'm in one ear, she's in the other. If you want to check that out, definitely go and check it out. It was so much fun. But yeah, I'm wondering what is ASMRtist gonna play here. I think maybe a good move might be queen e6. You know, if he does decide to take that knight eventually. Queen trade, I don't know. I'm not too sure. If he played e6, I could just play here, you see. And again, it could be a good move. We'll see what his next move is. He's still got his bishop on its starting square. I sadly no longer have my queen able to leap into action on a6, so I probably should have kept it on e2 in hindsight. But e3 is also just as good, I feel. But we'll find out what his next move is. Okay, so now he moved it. So now I would have been able to do that if I hadn't moved. However, he's trying to, you know, threaten this piece with more than one piece now. You see, if he takes there, I can't take because he takes there. And I'm going to have to move it now. I can't use my king because takes. Actually takes then takes. I could use my king. But is it safer just to move here? Oh, let's see if I move here. Maybe I will use my king. I don't know if it's maybe the right move or not. No, let's just play here. I was going to try and use my king to try and defend that square, because if he took, I would take back with my queen. He takes with, oh no, that wouldn't have worked actually, that would not have worked. If I had that there, if I moved my king, he would have taken with bishop. Yeah, that would not have been good, thank goodness I moved. My knight. Okay. Now if I played this move, he takes pawn, I take knight, he takes bishop, I take queen, he takes queen, so he wins that. See, I was going to try and move this pawn to try and reroute this now. We could do it by moving this pawn, but before we do that, we'd have to move this pawn. Or this one. This one could be a good one to move. Let's see. So this move here is to defend the bishop. I can't do that. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's play this move. We can maybe try and undermine these pawns, you know, if I move here. If he captures, I recapture. recaptures, I recapture with my knight, you see. And if he doesn't capture, then we can maybe try and push this pawn. And protect with the rook instead. But we'll find out. We'll find out what his response is. He is actually running lower than I am on time. Maybe we will have to gift him sometime. I highly doubt it though. I highly doubt it. I don't think he'll take here either. Let's see. I feel like I need to move my queen, but you know, it's just, you know, I could, if I do somehow take here and he recaptures, I could try and move my queen round. I don't like not having my bishops. I do like to have at least one bishop. They can be very deadly, and this is going to be interesting now with my bishop's gone and his knight's gone. It's going to be a very interesting ending, to say the least. And yet a relaxing one, I would hope. And one thing I'm pretty bad at is missing checkmates, so hopefully I don't miss any. Okay, now what is that move? I think he's trying to play this move, but I could recapture. I'm confused. Do I just play here or do I capture? So he's moved to b4. What could that be for? Looks like he's trying to look down on here, waiting for me to move my queen. But she's protected currently. She is protected. 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 I capture, he captures. I really don't like the position of my knights. I can move my knight here now, technically, which could be good. It gets it out of that side of the board. Yeah, I think I will go here. I then have this move, you know, which could work if he eventually moves this bishop. As a very nice fork on the queen and the rook. If we get that, that is, if we get that. I will need to try and remember to keep my queen on e3 before I move this knight. I could have also done this. I just realized I completely forgot that was protected by the rook. I could still do it, you know. I could still do it. And I think it might be my next move, depending on what he plays. So we've gone for this. Oh, okay, he has captured. Now, is that because if I take with my queen, is there some sort of mating pattern that I'm going to miss? I take queen, he pushes pawn. I take back with queen, that's not really bad. I move here. I don't think so. So I think I will just capture it. I might be missing something. I very well could be missing something. I know for sure this is going to be one that I'll look back at and analyze. See where I went wrong. See where I maybe could have had a better move. Or such. And one thing I love about analyzing games is, you know, especially with historical games, and that reminds me of one of the many types of videos that ASMRtist makes. He likes to look back on previous games in the past. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some sort of mating pattern he's trying to go for, and I do not want to miss it. Or maybe he's just trying to protect this pawn. I'm not sure. I do have this move now. Is that bad though? Am I going to miss something terrible? You know, I don't think so. I can't see what I'm missing. I can't see it. so I will play that move. It's nice. It's a nice move. And as I was saying, yeah, ASMRtist likes to analyze in very relaxing detail, and they're very well made. He has his in real life board set up right next to a virtual board like this, as he analyzes historical games of some very famous chess players. And there's one thing I love to do. As a mathematician, analysis is something that's very important. So, you know, analyzing my chess games is something that I think every chess player has to do, right? Everyone has to do it. Okay, I think maybe my move stumped him. I didn't expect him to miss it. And the fact that he played this move here, I was unsure if it's a blunder or if it's some sort of mating pattern I'm missing. But I do like this move. I do like this move. And, you know, although he does have 2 minutes left, I start to get to the point where I'm like, do I gift him 15 seconds? I feel, would that come across as maybe some sort of insult? Probably. I don't know. Okay. No, I think I just take the rook. Is there a way? Yeah, I think I just go for the rook, right? I gotta go for it. Oh god, here it comes. Yep, here comes the mating pattern that I missed. Because that is, of course, checkmate. Is there a way I can avoid it? How have I missed that? You see, if he does play there, no, I can't play there. Because, yeah, how have I missed that? Oh no. I don't think I can defend it, you know. I don't think I can defend that, can I? Is that checkmate? I need to double check everything because I don't want to miss any moves. I'm pretty sure it is checkmate. Which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. There's no escape for my king. Oh, I missed that. I was too busy focused on my fork that I missed it. And I'm devastated that I missed that. I think I might have to resign there, but I want to make sure there's nothing I've missed. Maybe if no, there is absolutely nothing we can do, guys. Very well played. Very, very well played. So I think I will resign there, because that is checkmate, right? I'll say GG to ASMRtist. I think I stood no chance there at the end. I kept saying to myself, I need to look for that mating pattern. 2 blunders, tough game, but your opponent played well. He did indeed. He did play very, very well. And I'm gutted I missed that checkmate. I don't see anything I could have done. And I got excited by that fork, obviously. And here we go for game number 2. Right, hopefully I can't embarrass myself again and miss any checkmate patterns. And he has opened up with d4 as well, which is interesting. Okay, he's going to try and go for a Queen's Gambit. Now I am very familiar with the Queen's Gambit. It is one of my favorite openings. And I do actually know that ASMRtist does like it as well from his many videos. He did a video where he explained why the Queen's Gambit can be very deadly if accepted as well. And it looks like I am now allowed to show you guys my moves in advance by the arrows. I don't know why the first one didn't let me, but I'm glad that it's working now. So I'm not one really to accept the Queen's Gambit when challenged. Lately I've been playing the England Gambit, but I feel like ASMRtist probably knows what that is and won't fall for any tricks. So I think we'll just play cautiously Thinking of moving my bishop out, potentially to here, to f5, so if he does try to play the pawn, you know, it's attacked by two pieces. Could be good. Develops it a little as well. And he also can't force it away with this pawn because of my... Well, I mean, we would just take it, wouldn't we? So, developing plays, developing plays. Might try and castle queenside this time, it really depends on how his king is situated, and with this pawn army coming over on the right hand side, it might be better to castle queenside, kingside, sorry, I don't really know. We'll see how it pans out. But another reason why I played that bishop, okay, I was gonna say was so I can play this pawn, but he has captured. Now if I capture with the queen, I don't want to risk my queen just getting chucked about by him playing, you know, developing pieces, and I have to keep moving. So I think I will take back with the knight. And the dark horse. And let's see what ASMRtist's next move is. Equal development so far. Okay, he moves his knight to d2. That's a strange one. I guess there's only defended by a pawn. I don't know, maybe because he's blocked his queen now. So maybe I can play this move. Although I would have to get rid of this knight if I did. So I think maybe I will just play this pawn. I'll play the pawn out. And then maybe bring my knight out now. Oh no, how have I missed that? Again, how have I missed a move like that? That was really silly of me. That was really silly. Okay. If I played this, he takes, and then I can maybe move. But I might just have to sacrifice one of the pieces off, you know? And I would rather it be my knight, because then I can move my queen. I'm sorry, I am completely crumbling with these moves. I was thinking that would be good because it threatens his queen, but he takes back with the pawn. And then I move this, you know, it's maybe not so great, so I think I will just... In fact, I could just take the pawn and have him take with his knight. I'd win a pawn. It's probably actually the best thing to do, you know. I will take the pawn. It's a silly mistake from me. I could play this jack now, you see. Although he would defend with bishop, it's protected by the knight. I take, he takes. Oh, maybe we play the knight first. What could he do? Let's play the knight first. And then try and play this bishop out. Because it'll be protected by two knights, which is very good. And this knight, you know, if need be, always does attack that d4 square. Okay, and he's done that. I think now I play this check. Right, if I play check, he plays this. I take, here he captures. Do I have some sort of deadly move? If I move here, and he thinks that I've messed up, and he takes here, then I play here. He takes, no, it's the same sort of situation though, really, isn't it? I think I will play the check, however. I will play it. Oh, I thought I maybe had something going if he did this, and then I do this, but then he does have that knight as well. And I can't do that anyway because I'm pinned. So this bishop. Let's try and get rid of the bishop. I think that might be best. If I can get him to... Okay, no, okay. So we'll have to double up our pawns. Which is not ideal. It's not ideal. Okay. Do I just castle off as well, or do I play this pawn forward to f5? Where could he go? He can't. He could go there, but I could recapture. He can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. Or could go there. So he does have an escape route. I think I'm going to do it, however, because it does open up my queen, which could be nice. You know, I could play like this move if he ever does move that knight, and try and get a nice checkmate. Not that I would love to win, but considering his advanced skill level in chess, you know, I don't know. You also have to take into account his channel is based around chess, so he is granted going to be the better opponent. But I hope you guys respect that I'm putting up a good challenge. You know, I'm trying my hardest. I'm playing. The thing is, I don't know if I'm playing at the skill level I usually do, because it is very late at night right now, and I would use that as an excuse. But it is also late for him as well. As you can see, he's from Denmark. And I actually forgot for a moment that I am down on material. So that is where I expected him to go. See, takes. It doesn't work because takes. Just, it doesn't add up very well, so... do I just castle off now, or do I play something else first? I think maybe I should castle here. Are there any better moves, though? You always have to make sure. I don't think so. I don't think I can see many better moves. So I will just castle at this point in the game. Off to my king side again. And there's that move. See, when he plays moves like this, I really have to start paying attention for potentially deadly moves that he could play. Like this one. Now he could just push the pawn. Or defend with the queen, which is also fairly reasonable. Oh no, we can't do that actually because takes, clearly. So, do I move here maybe? But I do like having this thread down here on the D diagonal, if you will, the H4. If I play here, he plays here, I take. Stops him from moving that pawn, I guess it works. Are there any other places for him to move, though? I'm not sure, so I'm going to just play this move. And really I'm hoping he takes, but that's... hoping in chess is never a good way to play. And if he does decide to play this move, of course, I will just move my queen. Okay. Now we're gonna have to trade off, I think, right? Because actually I could play here. If he takes, I take. That could work actually if I play here. He cannot take here. Because I would take here. And then I threaten here and here now. He could take there, but again, the recapture is trading off the best. Here though. Should I just trade off? I'm trying to see if if I do play this, he could play this, and then I played this, and then he takes. I know what. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to take here. I feel like it's maybe not the right choice, but I can't tell at this stage in the game. I think it's okay, because if he does decide to capture here, I can recapture. And if he does decide to move this away, to say here, then I'll trade off there. I think potentially. And I do now have this move, which is nice. It is nice, although I do really want this dark squared bishop. I keep forgetting to look at the camera because I'm just so focused on making sure I don't miss anything. And when he takes his time, that's when I think maybe he has a plan cooking. Where else could he move? Maybe there. He doesn't want to move back to the original square, right? If he moves here, we will. What will we do? I think if he moves there, then we can play this move. I think that would be good. I think that would be good. He might also just trade off here, which is actually also reasonable. I take here, and then he tries to move this now. If takes. This piece is now unprotected. Takes. He would take there. Oh, actually, that doesn't really help me out very much. If he takes here, I think I will have to take there first, won't I? Because if I get excited and just capture back, I leave this bishop unprotected. So if he does take here, we are going to have to maybe just ignore those knights temporarily while we trade off. He might not capture back though, but we'll see. Also, feel free to leave any comments with some tips or suggestions, or maybe I played a move that you might have played differently. Yeah, I'm always welcome to maybe make an analysis video as well, so, because I'd love to look back at these games with you guys. I think I could make another follow-up video, you know. And of course, I mentioned it at the start, but I'm going to mention it again. Be sure to check out ASMRtist's perspective of these two games in the comments. I know you'll all love to see how he thought of the sacrificing the rook checkmate pattern that I was oblivious to. So I know for sure I'm gonna be falling asleep to that video after it goes out. But we'll see what he does here. He is thinking. We've thought of the possible moves here. If takes. And then if he recaptures, obviously I will do the same and throw in this piece. So I think that's a good move. I think I'm definitely playing better in this game so far than I was in the last one. I know we are only on move 14. Although I think this is shaping up to be a more interesting one, shall we say. We've gone for a queen's pawn opening, symmetrical variation. Okay, let's see what ASMRtist does do. I'm glad that if I lose this one, I still stay above 1000 skill rating, which for me is good. It's a good thing. However, I think if he loses, he would lose a lot of skill rating. So let's see, where did I kind of... I think maybe here I should have traded off the bishops. I don't know, I have got myself in a good position. But I think maybe I should have traded off the bishops. I don't know if that was maybe a better move. But after I messed up early on with, which move was it again? It was this move here. After I messed up with that, I need to make a comeback on material. So I'm really gonna have to try and pick away at his pawns. And maybe, you know, play some very threatening moves. If I do want to try and win, that is. Which of course I want to try and win. Okay. Okay. Let's see, just checking if he had messaged me. If something had popped up, but maybe he is just cooking up again a master checkmate pattern that I've missed. I know in the first game when he was taking a while to think, that was usually because he was coming up with a checkmate pattern. So we'll see. We'll see if he tries to come up with something quite scary. I'm expecting this, and I've been expecting it for so long now. I've not really considered other cases, such as, you know, such as this move here, to which if he plays that, oh, okay, so he did want to threaten my queen. Right. We did think about this. However, I can't play here, and I can't play here. Is this better? I'm just making sure I don't miss any forks or moves. He does now threaten there, which is annoying. If he takes there, obviously I can't take because of the recapture, so I've kind of lost myself another piece, which is unfortunate. But I have to move my queen here, you see. I have to. That's a shame, that's a shame. I can't do this as well, you see. I'm gonna have to play this, aren't I? Yeah. I mean, he is going to now just take here, which has me lost another piece. Very poor play from me so far. I will be able to take this back though. That is 1+. Because if takes. In fact, maybe I wouldn't recapture if he takes over here. Maybe I go for the take first. I think that could work. I completely forgot about any other moves this could do apart from that move there, you know. But I do now threaten this, so he's going to have to defend. Okay. So I take here, right? I think that's the move. I think that's the move. We've kept material fairly even from how it was before the exchange. Now if he takes there, obviously we have to recapture. We are now threatening this though, so he is going to have to move this bishop. Or, you know, just recapture with the pawn. And if he recaptures with the pawn, I can't recapture. Okay, so we recapture with the bishop. Now if I take there, he would take there. Or if I take there, he moves there, I recapture, and then he takes there. So we don't really want to do that. See, I would consider that like a fine play, but the fact that we are down on material, it's probably not. So I'm thinking maybe we could do this potentially. We could do this. Where would he play? Can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there, could go there. Although that's not really ideal for him because he blocks his queen. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. And he also obviously has this. Okay, so he does capture. Now, do I take with the pawn or the queen? If I take with the queen, with the pawn, I have this pretty weak file on the e file now. Oh, what to take with? If I take with the queen, however, I do have this move, which I could try and, you know, get my rook round. It's not gonna work though. I have to recapture with one. If I go here, you know, he takes back with his queen. We take the queen back. I think with the queen makes the most sense. And of course, granted, he is going to be up on material. So I don't like my pawn structure either, I really don't. I don't want him to try and double up, that's the issue. So I'm thinking maybe maybe I do this. Maybe I move rook to d8 and try and get rid of that bishop. But it does just have, you know, plenty of squares for it to go to. It's not gonna get, you know, stuck. So what is there really I can do? If I do play this and do this and try and get him to move, I could take advantage of this weak pawn. If I can move that pawn forward, that is. Let's play. Yeah, let's play this move. If he does do this and tries to double up, it is also fine. Because if he plays this, we recapture, he plays this, we recapture, he will win the pawn in that case, which is not ideal. So that is probably best move for him. You know, trying to... Okay, as we expected. He has tried to protect this pawn. What to do, what to do, what to do. Do I try bring my king to defend as well? You see, I can't really get it out into this column, this file, so it's not ideal. I'm going to do this to alleviate the tension of this pawn. See, he can no longer take it unless he plays this. Okay, this is a really bad rook now, you see, because he can double up and he can take this pawn, which is not great. It's not great. So I'm either going to need to defend this like that. That's not ideal either, really. Let's do this. Let's play rook to c8. Oh no, how did I miss that one? I keep missing these moves. I was too busy focused on that pawn there. You see the bishop is protecting there. I do, however, have a little escape route if I play here. He can't take that pawn because I take here, but going to the corner is never a good idea. If I go there, you see he'll try and bring his other... Oh, wait, it could work though. It could work. It could work because if he does try, you know, if he does try to, let's say, bring this out here, let's say he brings this rook here, I will then play here, or no, I will then play here. He takes, then I can take, so it could work. It could work. We'll all have to see though, won't we? However, my king is on a dark square, which is never good if your opponent has a dark squared bishop, of course. I don't want to miss any checkmates. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns against 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even pawns. We've both got our rooks. It's this pesky bishop advantage from the really early on mistake that I made that we have to, obviously, going down against someone early on with a skill rating and is much more experienced at chess than I am is never a good position to be in, as you can probably imagine, but I'm having fun. I'm putting up the best fight as I can against a really awesome ASMRtist. Now, the issue is I've just realised I shouldn't have played that because now he can take there because I will be in check. It will be a discovered check. So I should have moved f8 now that I think about it. But I was worried if I did that he would do this. But I completely neglected the fact that I could just capture back. So that was really not good from me. That's a blunder, I'm pretty sure. Oops. That was a really poor mistake. Can we just go back and, you know, move it there instead? Please. Oh no. Oh. He moved there instead. Now obviously I can't take because I'm in check. But my only move now is this. And that's not great at all for me because he captures with the bishop. And it's not checkmate because I capture back with the rook and then he takes it again. It is the only thing we can do though, so it's what we're gonna have to do when he captures with the bishop. I mean, I doubt he's gonna capture with the rook. Would he? Because this rook is stopping this G column. He captured with that rook. Now if I take here, he would take here. That seems to be a bad move, no, right? Because if I take here, he takes here. I take there, he moves here, checkmate. Is he gonna let me take that though if I take here? He captures there. I think that's the best move, right? Is just to take that rook. Maybe not. How did I miss that one? Let me look back at that one. I'll say GG again. I missed it again. That's one thing I really need to get better at, is making sure I don't miss his checkmate patterns. If I'd played that, he would have done that, and again, it's checkmate. Let's see. I don't think really there was any way out of it, right? There was no way out of that. It was inevitable. It was inevitable. So, again, congratulations and very well played to ASMRtist. Only one blunder in that one, as opposed to the other one. But, yeah, very well played and good game. Good game indeed. Well, guys, that is going to be it for tonight's video. I really hope you all did enjoy tonight's ASMR chess video against ASMR chess. I gotta give it to him. He is a very, very good chess player, and I had so much fun playing him regardless. And I feel I put up a good fight. I'm just not quite there yet. Still got a little bit of training and practice to do. But let me know if you guys would like to see more chess videos in the future. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, please do go and check out ASMRtist's perspective on tonight's video. I will pop a link in the description down below to where you can do that. And a huge thanks to ASMRtist as well for playing me tonight. Maybe we can get a rematch going after I've trained a bit more. But yeah, thank you so much for playing, and thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a big thumbs up on tonight's video. And other than that, thank you for watching. I do hope you have relaxed and sleep well if you are already asleep. And I'll see you all in the next video. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night. A quick thanks to the members of the Dido ASMR community. Thank you all so much